The Toyota Tundra Raptor fighter could be on the way. Read the Toyota newsroom, and back in November, I didn't really cover this because I don't like, concepts like this. I'm not going to get too hyped up for, but that could be changing. So what is this vehicle and why are we going to get excited for it? So this is a TRD Desert Chase. It was made for SEMA this past winter time, and it's based off the new Tundra TRD Pro, which means it's hybridized twin turbo V6, just like we saw in the new Sequoia that was revealed earlier this week. 437 horsepower, 583 pound-feet of torque, made it to a 10-speed auto. I don't expect any of those numbers to change on this Raptor fighter desert chase sort of vehicle, but it has been outfitted with a long travel suspension with a wide body kit. From my understanding, it's about 2 inches wider on each side, so 4 inches wider in total. To reduce unsprung weight, it sits on even more lightweight 18-inch wheels. They took off the TRD Pro wheels, and these are from Method Race, with massive 37-inch general tire grabber X3s. If you want to learn more about this model, I pulled up the PDF for it. Feel free to pause, but why should we be getting excited for this model? Well, we're going over to the drive. They're saying that their sources has told them this version of the TRD Pro, this super off-road variant, is coming. It is on the way. A tipster with inside knowledge of the truck's development alerted us, the drive, to the news last week, saying the final version will be very similar to the Desert Chase SEMA concept. What's more, the automaker is apparently planning on sending it desert racing for its debut. How fitting for the Desert Chase nomenclature. But they're going to enter it into the stock class of a yet unspecified event. We know the new Tundra is definitely capable, and we have yet to see the hybrid powertrain on the market and into the hands of people quite yet, as it goes on sale this spring. This powertrain essentially will also be in the new Sequoia starting this summer. People have been asking for a Raptor fighter from Toyota for a long time, or a TRX fighter for that matter, and it looks like we're going to get it. I don't expect any powertrain boosts at all, unfortunately. I know a lot of people would like to see that, especially when they're going to be dropping 100K. That'd be my guess for a exclusive off-roading trim of the new Tundra. And also remember, back in almost a year ago, March of 2021, we had Toyota trademark Trail Hunter. Could this be that specific super off-roading variant of the Tundra? Maybe Sequoia in the future, 4Runner, etc. What would you guys pick? Trail Hunter or Desert Chase? I think Trail Hunter is a little bit more manageable for most people. But anyways, we have more news we need to talk about. Honda CEO Mibe says that Sony will revitalize the Japanese automotive industry. And you remember, Sony just came out with an additional concept. So they have 2 concept cars, more than likely being built by Magna in Austria, or who knows, maybe even Foxconn somewhere else in the world, China. I don't know. I don't think Sony's going to make that big of a dent in the Japanese, or I'm not going to say a dent in the sales of the Japanese automakers, but are they going to revitalize them? Maybe if they decide to license out their software, their cameras, things like that. I think they have a path of least resistance in that regard with working with the existing manufacturers in Japan. But starting off and building their own vehicles, or even contracting third-party builders to build for Sony, just seems like a tough task. And I know other EV startups have been doing it, but I don't think they need to do that, especially when we're talking about Japan here. They work a little bit closer together than in most countries in the world. So I could see Sony lending a hand, or lending its services per se, to existing manufacturers, Toyota, Nissan, Honda, etc. I also wanted to bring this up real quick because, it's always fun to talk about Tesla. Everyone has an opinion on Tesla. But over automotive news, Tesla beat BMW for 2021 luxury crown here in the United States. I don't consider Tesla a luxury brand. What do you guys think? Should this even be a conversation we're having? Is Tesla a luxury brand? Are they the #1 luxury brand in the United States? I don't think so. Moving on, Nissan, Renault, Mitsubishi, the powerful alliance that is, has come out with a new roadmap. And I could have made a whole video on this exclusively about this, but I'm not that excited for it. Nissan seems to be more and more losing its identity as they work more and more with Renault, and Mitsubishi has completely lost their identity. Who knows what Mitsubishi identifies as? They're completely different company than they were 10, 15, 20 years ago. Anyways, they're hoping to reach 80% common platforms by 2026. Right now, they're at 60%. So the CMF platform underpins a ton of different vehicles. And with electrification, things are going to be even more unified with Renault, with Mitsubishi. They're going to invest 23 billion euros in the next 5 years to support its offensive strategy in electrification, 35 new EVs in 2030. I should probably say by 2030. I don't expect 35 new models that calendar year. There will be 5 common EV platforms between these 3 companies. Nissan has just unveiled an all-new EV, and this thing's tiny. It's replacing the Micro, which we don't get here stateside, and it will be manufactured at Renault's Electricity in northern France. So yeah, Nissan's new Micro replacement is not really Nissan at all. It's going to be kind of what Honda is doing with their electric vehicles and General Motors. General Motors is providing the technology, the platform, everything pretty much in the vehicle, and then Honda just makes the design essentially. And that's what's going on with this new Micro replacement, this tiny BEV for Europe that is a rebadged Nissan from Renault. Altogether, they want to have a global production of batteries of 220 gigawatt hours. Nissan will be leading the breakthrough in all solid-state battery technology. And solid-state batteries, man, it feels like we're ever chasing this holy grail of battery technology. Toyota has working prototypes, but they're only going to release it initially in hybrids where they don't need a massive battery pack. They can have a real small battery pack, quick charging, discharging, and it's actually a better suit for hybrids at this point in time than full battery electrics, and will be when they come out in 2025, at least for Toyota. Will Nissan use solid state batteries in their e-Power setup? I think it could definitely benefit from that, but who knows? And Renault is going to lead the development on common centralized electrical and electronic architecture and will launch the first full software-defined vehicle by 2025. That's also when Toyota is planning to launch their first vehicle software first, and then they build the vehicle around the software. And the alliance is working to reduce battery costs by 50% in 2026 and 65% by 2028. Their all-solid-state batteries will have double the energy density versus current lithium-ion batteries. I don't know of anyone else claiming that sort of energy density. Maybe it's not at the pack level, maybe at the cell level. That would make more sense. Charging time will be greatly reduced to 1/3. That's quite a claim as well, enabling customers to make longer trips with increased convenience, confidence, and enjoyment. I mean, if charging times are that quick, you wouldn't think we need ranges that are that massive. 250 miles of range might be the standard if you can charge in 5 minutes with these all solid state batteries. And they want to mass produce these all solid state batteries by mid 2028. So we've got a more defined timeline now. I think previously it was before 2030. Now they're saying mid 2028. That's still a long ways from now. So do you think we'll see all solid state battery electric vehicles from this alliance, the Mitsubishi, Renault, Nissan alliance, by mid 2028? But time will tell. That is just so far away. It's hard for me to conceive 5+ years from now, really. Anyways, a lot's going to change in the next 5 years, and we're going to keep moving. Some bad news for Nissan. They're recalling nearly 800,000 rogues for a wiring trouble and a wiring harness issue. They're saying that water and salt can enter a wiring connector in a driver's footwell, causing corrosion, and this can lead to fire and other things. So Nissan's got a big recall on their hand, and unlike the fuel pump recall that pretty much affected half of the auto industry, this one looks like it's only Nissan with a design issue with the Rogues. But we're going to end on a good note. Production for Mazda and the CX50 has begun for the 2023. First time we've ever had a CX50 produced. Brand new model for Mazda, and it will be using Toyota's plant, but they've developed it together, and it'll be sharing the factory with the Corolla Cross. 300,000 vehicles total for the plant, but for Mazda, that means 150,000 CX50s, which is really going to help their sales volume. They're still going to sell the CX5 here, and I have a feeling this is going to really cut into the CX5 sales numbers. Time will tell, but that's just what my gut's telling me. This will have a naturally aspirated 2.5 liter, made it to the 6-speed auto, 2.5 liter Skyactiv G Turbo, made it with a 6-speed auto, and then also have Toyota's hybrid system, more than likely the 2.5 liter 219 horsepower that we see in the RAV4 hybrid. But I'm going to end it there. What do you think about Toyota's Desert Chase. Maybe they call it Trail Hunter based off trademarks. Anyways, so much news to talk about. I feel like I just skimmed over most of it. I'll see you down below. Can't wait to talk to you guys about it. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe for more Japanese auto news. It's not much for Korean auto news right now. Pricing for the EV6 came out and it's more expensive. The Ioniq 5, not really that fun to talk about, but I'm gonna end it there. See you in the next video, guys. And as always, peace out.